Hello, hello. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle. I hope you guys are well today. Happy Sunday. I hope your week is getting off to a good start. You're getting your plans in order for the week, just kind of setting the tone, the pace for the week. I feel like beginning the week is like the most important part, setting the tone and the pace. It can very much influence the week to come. And so today's a perfect day to do that. If you haven't, make time to do that. Today I'm coming because there's someone that wants to speak, and we're going to give them place to speak today during this reading. Someone may have something that they want to say to you. Maybe you're the one that wants to speak to someone else. We're going to tap into that energy and give place. We're going to provide space for that conversation to happen. And we're going to, delve into that energy a little bit. I am using my Soul Mirror Oracle deck for the Oracle, and of course my Luna deck, one of my favorite decks, Luna. And so let's take a look and see. Let's start with the Oracle. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you feel led. My name is Leticia, and this channel is Blood Moon Oracle. All right, let's see. Spirit, what do they want to say? Who is this, and what do they want to say? Okay. What is it that they want to say? What is it that they want to say? What is it that they want to say? Thank you, Spirit, for providing space for this illumination to happen. And let's see. So we have growth coming out here, wish, relationships, devotion, shadow work, and learning. Okay. Give me a second. Let me feel the energy. I do feel like there's something about growth here, and it has been a very it's growth that has happened through what I would consider pain, through possibly having something come to an end, through dying. But through that, there's an evolution that's happening. In this picture, there's a woman with a hole in her back, and there's hands that are crawling out of the hole wrapped in barbed wire, which just sounds painful, and almost like there's maybe restricting for the reaching. There's some restriction that is limiting reaching, or has been. But the hole in the back is almost like trying to discover a way to pull through, even though the restrictions are there, trying to find a way. It's almost like having cement, and you ever saw cement, and then right in the crack of the cement, you see this flower growing up out of the crack, making a way out of no way, right? It's almost like life always finds a way, right? This is the energy this is giving me. There's some growth maybe that someone wants to share with you that has happened. And this may be through certain experiences. This person may want to declare some kind of desire. They may have something that they are desiring or wanting with wish here, but it comes out in the description of despairing or hopeful. Someone's hopeful of something, and then she's covered in butterflies. This is a really beautiful picture for me. There's lots of transformation happening all around her. They may want to let you know that they are experiencing or going through some type of transformation. This may even be kind of like, sometimes we have those kind of transformations. I'm seeing shadow work here, devotion, learning, like the dark night of the soul type of energy. This is not just a light thing, right? This is some deep change that's taking place. Someone may want to talk to you about that. But I feel like whoever this is in despair. But at the same time, there's a level of hope, right? Of what can come out of this, or a level of desire here. This could also be with someone that you are connected to. You have some type of relationship. It could be someone who is at a distance. Maybe this is someone from your past. There's something in this picture. There's a woman and a man, right? So it could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be. It could be completely platonic, right? This could be someone that represents a connection that's very On his coat, there's lots of waves, like stormy waves. So I do get the feeling like this is a level of friction here. This may represent friction for some of you. And then I see those same barbed wires on the pattern on her coat. And so there's some strain, I feel like, with this connection, with this relationship. This may be one or the other party wanting to connect or communicate. This may have represented something at one point in time that may no longer be. Distant is one of the descriptions. We also have devotion. You could be Latina or have some type of connection, something really ethnic. When I look at this woman, her face is representative of, I don't know who it is, but there's something about the connecting of the brows that is sticking out for me. It's very symbolic, and it feels like this is going to be some type of archetype, if I could say that, some type of archetype. But it's talking about devotion and her heart, and there's a flame right above her heart. So whatever this is, it's felt from a soul level. Okay, from a soul level. The description of this card is indifferent and passionate. Like there's a heavy level of conflict here in this message coming through. There's a heavy level of conflict. And then she has kind of like blood crying out of her eyes, wrapped around her fingers. And so there's some heavy level. And then she's surrounded in roses, black and white roses. It just feels like a heavy level. This is not something that's light. I get that energy. It's heavy, very heavy energy. And it may be because there's something indifferent about this situation. However, there is a lot of passion here as well. When we talk about devotion, we're talking about the energy of being very committed to an idea or to a person, to something. Devotion means it's very synonymous with the word worship. Worthship, like something that we find is worthy of our energy, of our time, of our resources, of our effort, of our very mind and our heart, right? There's something very deep about this energy coming forward, maybe about the communication. Again, it gives the energy of pain underlying this, being willing to suffer any pain underlying this. And then we have shadow work. She's looking in the mirror, right? In the mirror, it's almost like a darker image of herself, and the heart is showing and it's burning red. So again, really getting down to the heart of the matter, right? When we look at shadow work, we're talking about dealing with our shadow side, the side that we would normally hide away and not allow others to see, not even allow ourselves to see, but opening up to the darker aspects of our being. If we're not careful, we may find ourselves always trying to be in the light. But the reality is everything has a duality. There's a dark side and there's a light side. Both of those need equal attention in developing and integrating into our whole self, right? And so there's something about doing shadow work, maybe even dealing with those things that we have neglected, right? And becoming able and positioning ourselves to be able to receive and love those parts of us that are in the shadow. But there's something here, maybe someone's doing some shadow work or have been doing some shadow work. Interestingly enough, I still see that same pattern with the barbed wires on her dress. I feel like there's lots of constriction that's being dealt with here. That same pattern I'm seeing in all three of these cards. There's something about constriction, but there's something about dealing with that through shadow work, possibly. Maybe somebody's been doing some shadow work to kind of integrate those dark parts of themselves here. And lastly, we have learning. We have a girl in this picture with dark hands over her eyes, covering her eyes. This almost reminds me of the Two of Swords. I don't know why. But learning is all about acceptance and rejection. Maybe not being able to see, not being able to rightly see, the fact that she is blinded by these hands over her eyes. There's something about learning through maybe these energies of rejection and acceptance. Maybe there's something that's being taught here that someone may have, want to discuss something that they've learned or been learning. And so we have growth, wish, relationships, devotion, shadow work, learning, whatever this is, whoever this is wants to really, I don't feel like it's a light conversation. I do feel like it's a very heavy, serious, heartfelt conversation that wants to come forward here. Yeah. This is very heavy energy. This person could be mirroring you. It doesn't mean that they are. I do see the moon coming out. A lot is being illuminated here. Mirroring, because we have the shadow work here, kind of looking in the mirror, like this person could be mirroring you in certain ways. There could be a lot that either one have not allowed themselves to see, but maybe that's part of what is being learned here. Also, a lot about what we're giving our time, our energy, our efforts to. Overall, I get a sense like there's a lot of maturity, a lot of maturing that's happening right now. Whether that's what wants to be communicated or not, that's the energy that I'm getting here. It's not light energy, it's very heavy energy. So I'm going to go ahead and pull, I'm going to ask Spirit to give me 3 different archetypes for who is communicating or wanting to communicate with you. Okay. And then we will go into each of those. I'm going to start with the first one. So the first one is the 4 of Cups. Okay. The first one is the 4 of Cups. So whoever this is could be someone either that is not able to see what is right in front of their face. Whoever this is that's wanting to communicate may have missed what has been right in front of their face or what is right in front of their face. Maybe their attitude is a little bit sulky, right? Maybe they have an attitude with Spirit. I sometimes get the energy like Spirit is trying to offer something, but they are not receptive of it. Maybe they're bored of the same old. Maybe they just are deep in their feelings and maybe not even realizing themselves that this is what's happening within them. But there's some decision to be made, because I feel like in this picture, there's something being offered. Maybe this person is reluctant to show their emotions. Maybe this person is very disconnected from reality and reluctant at this point to make a decision that will redirect them towards a positive outcome. Right? I do feel like this is somebody that is maybe in a very concentrated state with the 4 of Cups. Disconnected, introspected, discontented, whoever this is. So the 4 of Cups comes out. The cups are water energy, so this could be a water sign, doesn't have to be. Maybe this is somebody that is trying to decide if they want to receive the cup. What do they want to say to my viewer? The 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups can also be an energy of boredom of the same old, right? Wanting something higher. What do they want to say to my viewer? I have the 8 of Cups, the Death, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So the 8 of Cups is, they may want to let you know that they are no longer where they used to be with the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is usually an energy that foretells movement from an old place. And in that movement, there is a realization that has happened, that the 8 of Cups says that I've exhausted all of my cups in this position and there's nowhere to go but up, and I'm ready. Like, it's time to leave these cups behind and venture upward, right? Up the mountain. In this picture, he's actually peering out towards this path along this mountain. that's leading him upward. And so it's almost like leaving behind what is no longer fulfilling or no longer offers anything of substance, and being willing to pilgrimage upward towards something unseen or unexperienced that will cause a level up, okay, or an upgrade even. Death talks about the change, right? So this person wants to talk to you about this change that they have made to move out of position up towards something higher. And the Wheel of Fortune. Which is all about destiny. This person wants to talk about destiny. Maybe even some form of luck or having some level of support. So there's some change that this person has made. There's some change they've made. This is what they want to, that's what I'm getting. This is what they want to talk to you about, that they feel is destined. Okay. What blocks exist between you and this person? Why haven't they told you? Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Okay. The Empress on the bottom is what you don't see. So there's something about how this person sees you that's conflicting, right? What you don't know is that they see you as the Empress. Now, in their coming towards you, they come towards you as the Knight of Cups, which is, if you ask me, is not always in the best energy, because the Knight of Cups has a silver tongue. It has been known to have a silver tongue, very watery energy, very emotional, and can come across very manipulative. When we look at the Knights, it's not much further from the Page. Page is very little energy. And when we get up to the Knight has a little bit more backing, not much though. The Knights has a lot of fire energy, so there's a lot of desire, but they're still not something that you would put this is not something that you want to put everything on the line for a Knight, especially not the Knight of Cups. Because again, we're talking about that silver tongue, that quick talker, the one that can write checks and then not be able to cash them, right? And so what separates, or the conflict that has been positioned between you and this person, is that they're a fast talker. They know what to say, when to say it, how to say it, very skilled when it comes to what they believe to be love, but there's no weight behind it. As a matter of fact, the Three of Swords says that there is history there that has proven the words to be deadly, right? The Three of Cups says that there has been disappointment here in the past that have separated you in some type of way, which is causing the communication not to come across clearly. And then when we have the Queen of Swords, there's a lot that you have to say. And they may not like it. They may not like what you have to say or how you say it. The Queen of Swords cuts straight to the heart of the matter, right? And is quick to knock heads off, right? Off with his head. It's that kind of energy. You dare come before me with this foolishness? Look at her. She not playing. And I almost get a sense like this person feels this energy from you, and they know that they can't come towards you with any foolishness, with this Knight of Cups energy and with the history that they have left behind, right? There's some type of history you have with this person that has been very damaging. And the Queen of Swords is very equipped, very smart, and very cutthroat. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? Yeah. So it's almost like this person has made their bed. Now I understand why there's so much barbed wire in the oracle cards. Yeah, There's history of disappointment and maybe even heartbreak, treachery. Two of Cups, the Magician, and the Nine of Swords. Okay. I almost feel like this person would like to manifest another opportunity, another love offer towards you. However, even they know, with the Nine of Swords, even they know how ridiculous this is. It's almost like they're embarrassed to even have to even stoop to this level. I'm hearing. This person may fear people laughing at them, or people could be laughing at them. They're very worried and hesitant. But somehow they manage to dredge up this energy to attempt to communicate with you, some type of offer. What is it that they would say to you? What is it that they would say to you? Yep. Two of Pentacles, Judgment, Ten of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Lovers. I feel like they would say that they see that you are busy. They already know how you feel. As a matter of fact, they've already judged themselves for what they've done with the Ten of Swords and the Judgment. Nevertheless, the Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers, they feel like there's a lot that they can offer you. A lot that they want to offer you. Emperor on the bottom, followed by the Devil. That's what we don't see. This person has a very strong duality. The Emperor is a very high standing energy. The Devil is the very opposite. It's a pollutant. It's a pollution of that Emperor energy. This person is very maybe split down the middle, very aware of both sides of who they are. Any advice for the viewer for this energy that wants to communicate with them? Any advice? Five of Cups says to move on. Cut your losses and move on. Don't cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. What happened, happened. Move on. Five of Cups. Change is come for you. Sometimes we have to leave people right where they are, is what Spirit is saying. That doesn't mean that you cannot forgive them. Maybe they're asking for forgiveness. We can give them forgiveness. That's okay. And I feel like maybe you've already done that. You've already grieved this relationship. You've already released it. Spirit is telling you not to turn around, that this is in the past. The Five of Cups is change that has already taken place. We've already processed this and moved on. There's two cups behind him. Spirit is asking you to focus on what is in front of you, not behind you. Okay? If this is your message and it resonates, take it. What is your advice for the viewer, whoever this is, wanting to communicate? Yeah. So we have the Five of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Hierophant. So there's more to be gained by moving forward than there is by by trying to recover these spilled cups of the past. I feel like this is someone from the past. Now, not to say that there was not a time where this may have been aligned, but that time is no more. That time is no more. This is done. Spirit is already moving you forward to something else. 10 of Cups in the Hierophant. You're moving towards your fulfillment. Ace of Pentacles and the Fool, moving forward. 10 of Pentacles, yeah, and the Well. You can only benefit from moving forward is what I get here. I think this has been a very valuable lesson for you. This may have caused you to have this experience that this person is having now. Maybe you had a dark night of the soul and that caused you to mature and level up and to make better decisions. There's something about this person wanting to communicate, and that's okay. Oh, communication is okay, but it's not meant to go anywhere. I don't see that. Yeah, it's almost like a dog going back to its vomit, right? Yeah. And so there's someone that wants to communicate you. For my group number ones, they want to communicate with you from the past about some experiences that they're having, maybe even about sharing, maybe some apologies. But I feel like this person has intentions to rekindle something that's already burned out. It's done. It's over. The fat lady has sung. There's nothing left there to rekindle or to dredge up. It's over. Spirit says so too with the 5 of Cups. And your happiness that resonated with you, it lies in your future. Okay. Maybe you already have another family. Like the 10 of Cups came out in the Hierophant. You're already remarried for some of you, or on course to remarry. Okay. Spirit says move forward. And it doesn't mean that you can't accept the apology, or you can't, if you need closure, you can't get closure and, just chop it up and be like, yeah, what's done is done. What happened? Sometimes you have to thank people for the lesson, but keep it moving. And that's okay too. Sometimes you won't feel led to even communicate, even though they do want to communicate with you. We're in retrograde, Mercury retrograde. There's a lot of past energy that's resurfacing. That don't mean we have to engage with it. Sometimes you need to forgive. And I feel like for whoever you are, you could have already forgiven and moved on. And a bit surprised that this energy is yet popping up again. If you haven't, maybe this is an opportunity for you to forgive. And if you have, maybe this is just an observation to make. This is why this person is reaching out. But it is what it is. It's done. Let's get another layout. Who else is trying to communicate, Spirit? And if you're on the right path, if you are peaceful right now and you have not had such peace, sometimes we can look back and wonder what we were thinking, right? It's like, what was I thinking, right? But that's okay. It was part of the learning process. And now that you have grown, now that you have become more mentally equipped, you see things clear. You see that could have never, ever brought you the type of happiness that you deserve. And sometimes people don't, we're all learning, and we all have to learn how to be responsible for our own sense of happiness, not attach it to another person, but understand the responsibility that we have to bring that to ourselves, not put that on someone else to bring to us, but that's an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. No one else can do that. No amount of money can do that. No amount of things can make us happy, right? They can keep us busy, but happiness is an inside job. I find that the happiest people, talk about couples, they become happy before they even got together. They decided that they were going to be happy with or without another. And the fact that they found that happiness that becomes something that they share with the other person, not look for the other person to give them. It's an inside job. For my viewer number 2, the person that wants to communicate with them. What is this about, Spirit? Please and thank you. Person that wants to communicate. What is this about? Please and thank you. Now, I separated these cards. I didn't put them all in together. I separated them. So some of the cards come out that was the same as last time, and you could be the same person from the last reading coming over to reading number 2, because I have a couple of the same cards coming out this time, just a couple, and that's okay. And so what we have for this group is intuition, comfort, learning, which was from last group's reading, wish was from last group's reading as well, inner child, sadness, and peace. So I feel like the energy coming up with the second group is there's something about listening to what it is that you are hearing, the messages that you're receiving, listening to those, what you're feeling in any given situation, what you're seeing with your eyes, maybe your first eye, but it could also be what you're seeing in the physical realm as well. It could be either your first eye or your physical eye, trusting what you're seeing. I feel like this is something about clarity, getting clarity and understanding what you are receiving when it comes to the interaction and the messaging that is being brought to you. It's almost like receiving partial information, but the most important parts are still blotted out or blurred out. And so you see kind of like the silhouette of what it is you're looking at, but to distinguish who you're looking at, you need the full picture. There may be a way for you to distinguish like what you're seeing, what you think you're seeing by looking at the silhouette. It's like, you may already know by what you're seeing. Do you need to trust what you're seeing and believe that? Even though you don't have all of the facts or all of the details, the intricate details of what this is or how this is going to play out, you have enough to know what you're looking at or what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're receiving. And I feel like there's something about time here coming through. Whoever's trying to communicate with you, there's something about many moons that have come and gone, many moon phases, something about you coming into a phase right now of contentment or being in a place of great contentment right now. I don't know if there's a cat lover. Maybe you have a black cat. Maybe you are somebody that has some type of mark on your first eye. Maybe you put one of those marks there, right? You could have light complexion, light hair, like blonde hair. Light blue is coming through. That could be your favorite color. You could practice some type of ritual around the moon cycles, or this person that's trying to communicate with you has some type of connection with moons. Now, this energy that's repeating is around learning and wish. This energy of the idea of dealing with rejection or acceptance is coming out here. There's something about learning through whatever's coming through right now. This person that wants to communicate something to you, there's something either they're learning or you're learning right now about maybe even taking your power back. understanding that rejection or acceptance does not make or break you, right? There's a saying that when you live for applause, you will also die from the boos, right? It's almost like don't give your power away. Either or doesn't make or break you. Maybe that's something that we're learning right now, or you're learning. The person that's trying to communicate with you may be learning this as well. I also sense some type of request coming through, wanting something to change with wish here. There's the energy of despair or being very hopeful. Maybe something is changing. There's lots of butterflies here flying around her face. You could have long black hair, very loose waves. This almost feels like somebody that could be very spiritual. I'm going to say that either you could be or the other person could be. But there's some connection. There's definitely, you are connected with this person in some type of way because of the energy that's coming out. I also have inner child here. Again, there's the energy of the moon cycles coming out. I feel like this is maybe someone that taps you in. There's something about, this could be a parent for some of you, or it could be a child, a spirit child that's communicating with you, wanting you to release or open up in some type of way. I feel like there's some need to communicate something, but there's some, maybe some block that comes through as very nonchalant, right? I get the energy of being very nonchalant or just shrugging it off, like, not acknowledging the importance of being able to receive or connect or listen or be open. There's like some block here. I do see a blood moon here as well. Behind her. So there's something about really tapping into events, astrological events. We talk about blood moons, the full moons, blue moons. You may have been someone who was very tapped into was it the pink moon we just had? Someone may be connecting with their inner child that's helping them right now. There's a lot of energy of needing to release, needing to open up and to receive. It could be whatever this person has to say. It could just be opening up, being able to receive just in general. I see a lot of pain that's blocking out communication. And it could be because there's a weariness, what I'm hearing, a defensiveness around receiving this. Maybe what is being said is being misinterpreted many times, maybe causing the pain, but there's some pain around communication here. It could be this person, especially if it's like a parent. There's some kind of block here. And I'm seeing just with the moon phases, like there may be like a shift of energy in the daytime as opposed to night. At night, maybe the most difficult time to gain or to maintain peace, right? Or it could be certain times of the month where things seem a little bit more chaotic than other times. But I'm seeing something here about a shift, and whatever shift this is like the difference between peace and chaos, right? Sometimes as long as you're busy during the day and going, it's good. As soon as you stop and go to lay down, all what breaks loose. Yeah. Or it could be certain things that trigger the chaos. But yeah, I feel a lot of pain in this particular situation where someone is wanting to communicate. Let's see. So I'm going to pull card here. What is the archetype of this person that wants to communicate? What is the archetype of this person that wants to communicate? Okay, I'm hearing Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, and then I have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, it's almost like this could be a child. Pages are children. And so when we look at the Page of Pentacles is very young, okay, mentally, or maybe young when it comes to groundedness, stability in life. This is somebody that is very open-minded when it comes to new experiences, or their experience overall may be new. That's why I say it feels like a young energy. It could be a child because this is a lack of experience, basically, something new. And if it's not a child, this is somebody experiencing something new in a new environment or a new situation. Someone in a position where they're having to relearn something or learn something new. This could be someone very curious, maybe even a little excited about things, ready and open to learn new things. And so being that the Page of Pentacles comes out, this could be, as I said, a child or someone looking for opportunities for new discovery or entering into some new experience. I'm almost seeing someone coming through a portal into a new place, a new experience that doesn't feel familiar, where they're curious and maybe taking some opportunity. And so the Pentacles are usually either Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus energy, okay? And so let's see. What is it that the Page of Pentacles would like to communicate with the viewer? Okay. So with the Whale comes out, which correlates with the Wish card. So this person is asking of something, or this person has a need of some kind. And we have the Hangman and the Queen of Swords, okay? And it feels like whatever it is that they need, it may be an immediate need that they feel like has been withheld with the Hangman, or is on hold, is not being met at the moment. And they may have a lot to say about it. With the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords has a mouthful and will not hold back what is on their mind. This person or this child may be ready to give someone a piece of their mind. This also may be an indication, what I'm getting to is that they may feel like whoever they're, and I want to say whoever is acting in the capacity of a parent, this person may want to let them know that they are in many ways very strict and unreasonable, maybe even a little intimidating. This person may want to let you know that they see you as intimidating. There's something that they desire of you, but it's on hold. They may be the ones placing this on hold until they get a clear understanding of how to move forward. But there's something intimidating about this. Now, if it's not a child, this is what Spirit has just brought to my attention. This person sees themselves as a child in reference to you, in light of you. Okay. But it feels like they have a lot to say. But what's holding this person back from saying what's on their mind? Where is the disconnect? Okay, this is a different energy. So we have the Knight of Cups, which came out in the last reading as well, right? Again, you could be coming over from the last reading. What keeps this person from communicating, or where is the block? The King of Cups. Does this person feel like you're not good on your word, that you talk a good game, but no follow through? Eight of Cups. Again. Okay. What's keeping this person from communicating? What's the block? The Eight of Cups. They feel like you are not, like you're headed somewhere else. Like you're not really concerned about them to the extent that you are concerned about where you're going. This person sees you heading somewhere else, or maybe even heading towards a place that will be unreachable for them. That's why they are hesitant to communicate. They see you transitioning to a place that they may feel like they may not have access to you. Interesting. So now if this is a child, and then we have the Empress, which was on the bottom of the last reading, but it's in reverse. Wow. And the Fool on the bottom. So if this is a child, this may be in light of this child not really trusting this person in the capacity that they should be able to trust them. Right? Maybe this person has made lots of promises and not come through. Maybe this person sees this person, or hopefully, I don't know, maybe they see you as just making a lot of promises and not making good on those promises, being a good talker, talking a good game with the Knight of Pentacles, and always pursuing or always moving, always looking for the next level up, right? Not really tending to what has been left behind. They see you as always moving, maybe not even being stable. And then the Empress coming in reverse. Why is there no communication? When we look at the Empress in reverse, it's neglect, indecisiveness, disconnection, and resistance. Ooh. So basically they feel like they can't really depend on you. That's why they have not communicated. What is it that they would say if they wanted to communicate? What is it that they need to say? So we have the Chariot, the Eight of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. They know something with this High Priestess. They see you very clearly, what they would want to say. And that actually aligns with intuition. They want to know you better. They want to see you clearer. Yeah. It's almost like they want to solve the mystery that is you. That's what they want to say. It's almost like they want to, if they could, they would crawl into your skin to understand you better. They've been working hard to do that with the Eight of Pentacles. It's almost like this person wants to tell you how hard they've been trying to understand you. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. It's almost like this person gives a lot of their time and concentration. They may be very focused. They may even be working on something as it pertains to you. I don't know. But they also want to understand you as well. And then with the Chariot, it's almost like they are on some type of mission or conquest. The Chariot is like a very controlled energy and it's all about getting the victory. The Chariot is moving, it's motivated, it is directed, right? Very intentional, powerful. So I almost get like this person wants to let you know that they are trying to do everything that they can to be committed to understanding this, to understanding you. Maybe even trying to find a way to sort through this, to make this work. What is this Eight of Pentacles? What are they working on? What are they trying to make work? What is the Eight of Pentacles? That comes out in what they want you to know, the Eight of Pentacles. So we have the Hermit, the Strength, and the Knight of Wands. So there's wisdom being gathered, lots of inner work being done, lots of challenging self, maybe even challenging old cycles, old ways of being, trying to grow, trying to step out of the comfort zone and like really move forward with something. The Knight of Wands. It's just all about action, fiery energy. This person really wants to do the right thing. I get that sense with the Hermit, the Strength, and the Knight of Wands. Though that may, in their mind, be something very challenging. It's not something you just wake up every morning and you're just like, la, 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 la. No, it takes effort, precision, maybe even some studying. Like there's a lot of self being given here. They want you to know that they are working hard. They're working hard, whatever this is, at understanding you. If this is somebody that is by your side, they're working hard at trying to stick in there, make this thing work. There's something about a victory here that this person sees when it comes to you. What is the advice for the viewer, for this person? Maybe you know who this is. Okay. We have the Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. I feel like you also are getting messages of some kind with Judgment. There's some truth that's been delivered to you. And so maybe you've been looking for clarity around some issue, some resolution, some desired result. I feel like you get it. So we have the Judgment, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. The Seven of Wands could actually suggest for you to set really good boundaries. Keep good boundaries in place. I feel like for whoever you are, you have also worked really hard to get where you are. Don't give that away. Spirit is saying, hold your place. Guard your place. There may be a lot of people that want to take your place for some reason. Spirit is saying, guard your place and stop worrying so much. There's something about you feeling like everybody's out to get you. Stop worrying. Some of this is in your mind. Spirit is saying, chill out. Stop worrying. 9 times out of 10, people ain't thinking about you. They doing their own thing, minding their own business, trying to solve their own problems. The smart ones are. Now, there may be a few that have they nose all up in your business, but the funny thing about that is while they all in your business, their business is not being handled. Their load is getting bigger and bigger. So when they get out of your business, they have a lot of work that they need to do piled up because they've been over here in your business. Not to say that people are not, right? But Spirit is saying, stop worrying about it. I'm hearing just guard your heart and set good boundaries. Yeah. Anything else for my viewer? Pile number 2. What is this about? What is the relationship with this person? I feel like this is someone that you have with the 7 of Pentacles invested time, energy, some form of investment with this person. This might be somebody that you are invested in. Maybe 7 years. If it is a child, it could be, but it doesn't have to be. We have the 6 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. Maybe there has been some type of separation at one point in time. And there may be something about this that is common knowledge. I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe everybody is all in your business with the 6 of Wands. There's something about this where people may feel like you have had a bit of fortune. Like, I almost get the sense like people would love to be in your shoes, even though you've had, the 6 of Swords says that you've had times where you've had to move away to calmer places, to calmer grounds. Others may see you as still lucky for some reason. So Spirit might be just letting you know things are not as bad as they seem. Could be worse. Maybe it was worse at one point in time. There may be something here to admonish. With the 7 of Pentacles, it's almost like some level of investment that's worthy of watching and caring for whoever this person is. Somebody that you're invested in. Or Spirit may be saying they're worthy of investing in. They will bring maybe some good fortune. This could be someone that's very well known, a high level of attention or something. I don't know. In conclusion, 3 of Cups. Definitely someone close. Hopefully not like, this is not like third party energy. I haven't received any of that kind of energy here, but it's someone very close with 3 of Cups. Okay. So maybe you know who that is. If all of these things resonated, right? Maybe that made sense to you. And I feel like Spirit is saying that whatever it is, like you've put a level of attention and energy, you poured yourself into. Now, continue to move forward. I feel like there is a history here in some type of way, whether it's a child that wants to express something, there's some kind of separation, or whether it is just someone, a friend, a lover, someone significant with the 3 of Cups. They have something to say. They're also working through some things as well, some healing possibly. Yeah. I feel like with the energy that came out, Spirit is definitely acknowledging that you've come a long way, and so have they. And there's been investments, that's worthy of protecting. There's still a lot yet to be desired with wish. However, unlike the last message where Spirit was plainly saying, leave that in the past, keep moving, this one is more like, this may be something that you may have had to walk away from for a minute, but there's something worth keeping here with the Seven of Pentacles. I didn't really get that it was love, though. I really got a strong parental energy, or there's that kind of dynamic here. If it's not a parental energy, there's that kind of energy where someone needs to express something, get something off of their chest. Maybe need support and don't know how to ask for it. Sometimes we are strong when everybody else sees us, but as soon as everything stops, sometimes we don't know what people go through when they are alone. This feels like that kind of energy. Someone may need support and not know how to ask for it, or maybe even who they can trust. And so that's what I get. Soul mirror, someone wants to communicate. And so if that resonates, like, share, comment, subscribe. If it is something that you enjoyed, if you are into divination, maybe that was something that was close to your heart, that spoke to you in some type of way. Let your words be a gift of love, right? That Queen of Swords can sometimes cut. She came out in both readings. Let our words be a gift of love, right? Even though we may have a lot to say, right? We may have a lot we want to say, but it's how we say it too, and the intention that we use behind the words. Each of our words carry energy that actually shape our reality, and those words will be reflected back to us. And so it's a reminder to really allow our words to reflect our heart, is what I hear Spirit saying. Because out of the heart flows the issues of life. And if in fact you are looking to move into more beautiful spaces, let that be reflected in the words that pour out of our mouth. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for stopping by, and we will talk to you all next time. It has been Blood Moon Oracle coming with the message, just mixing it up today. I feel like Spirit was saying, somebody has something to say. So gave room for it to be said, and Spirit has the last word when it's all said and done. And so we'll see you all next time. Okay. Hey, Leticia is my name. Blood Moon Oracle is the channel. Woo woo.